Hi, I am Pastor Georgia, and I'm going to be bringing the devotion to you today. The title of my devotion is Living Like There's No Tomorrow. And the verse that goes with this devotion is found in Psalms 118:24. And it's, "This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." And I want to tell you a little story. On May 25th, 1979, a man named Dennis Waitley was desperately trying to catch a flight from Chicago to LA for a speaking engagement. When he arrived at his gate, they had just closed boarding. Dennis begged them to let him on the airplane, but he didn't have any luck. Out of breath and out of patience, he made his way to the ticket counter to register a complaint and rebook his travel. While he was waiting in line, an announcement came over the airport intercom. Flight 191 to LA had crashed upon takeoff. The engine on the left wing of that airplane separated right after takeoff. The unbalanced aerodynamics caused the plane to roll, a roll from which it could not recover. All 258 passengers, as well as the 13 crew members, died in that crash. That near-death experience had a life-altering impact on Waitley. Had he been on time, it would have been his last day of his life. Needless to say, he never registered his complaint. In fact, he took his paper ticket and he put it in a visible place in his office. On difficult days, when Waitley felt like throwing the towel in, all it took was one glance at that ticket to regain perspective. Waitley's ticket for Flight 191, which is called a life symbol, is a symbol from the past that gives meaning to the present and functions as a compass for our future. What are the symbols from your past? Whether they're painful or joyful, what are they that make each day meaningful to you? My life symbols include things from various missions trips I've been on, including little things children from faraway countries have made for me. My most special symbol is my dad's Bible that my mom gave me on my birthday the year that my dad passed away. It's well worn, it's well read, and it was well lived. Such special memories I have of my dad sitting at the kitchen table reading that Bible. In one way, these things are really worthless, but to me, they're priceless. Why? They taught me lessons I can't afford to forget. They represent minutes that turned into moments that I will never forget. Trust me, this is more than a walk down memory lane. Life symbols are the key to getting where God wants us to go. They are the key to becoming who God wants us to be. They are the key to unleash the power of 24 hours in each day. Remember David versus Goliath? After defeating Goliath, David took Goliath's armor and parked it in his tent. We read past this little detail, but it's a big deal. Goliath's armor weighed 125 pounds. We don't even know if David weighed much more than that. Why would he go to all the trouble of undressing Goliath and putting his armor in his tent? Goliath's armor certainly wouldn't fit him. It was something he could never use. If you can't wear it, why would you save it? Like Waitley's ticket to Flight 191, Goliath's armor functioned as a life symbol. When David got discouraged, one glance at Goliath's armor reminded him that he was nobody's underdog. That armor fueled holy confidence for the rest of his life. Putting Goliath's armor in his tent was a stroke of genius. According to developmental psychologists, if an object is removed from a baby's field of view, it's as if that object ceases to exist. They have not developed the understanding of object permanence. Simply put, out of sight, out of mind. This is why we build monuments and celebrate holidays, so we don't forget. For us, the arrows of time point from the past to the future, but God is working in the opposite way. His eternal plans and purpose are counterclockwise. God is already prepared for us in advance. Things that seem future tense to us, they are past tense to God. Even when we can't feel it, eternity is invading time. Every second of every minute, of every hour, of every day. God wants us to stop wasting guilt on yesterday. God wants us to quit wasting worry on tomorrow. It's time to start living and concentrating on Christ. Psalms 26:6 says, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life." As humans, we appraise the value of a single day. In God's economy, a day is like 1,000 years. God takes every day seriously, and so should we. How? By stewarding every day as a gift from Him. You can accomplish almost anything if you work long enough, hard enough, and smart enough. It's time to unleash the power of 24 hours. You've got this. Why? Because God's got this. It's time to stress less and accomplish more.